Senate Democrats are expected to hold a debt ceiling vote later on today as an October 18th deadline creeps closer. If lawmakers don't act by that date to raise or suspend the borrowing limit, the country could face a possible economic disaster. Republicans are already threatening to block today's vote, arguing Democrats can raise the debt limit on their own. Meanwhile, President Biden continues to intensify efforts to push his Build Back Better agenda through Congress. So, Ed O'Keefe, lucky for us, is standing outside the White House to give us a sense of where things stand today. And it really has been day to day because there's sort of feverish negotiations taking place behind the scenes. Lawmakers are set to hold a procedural vote on raising the debt ceiling today, but it's expected to fail. Schumer said Monday that Congress must pass legislation by the end of this week. Is that even looking possible?
Not really. Not if Republicans stand in the way yet again today. Anne Marie, good to see you. They are expected to throw up a filibuster to the attempt to do it because you need 60 votes on this kind of a vote to let it get to a final passage. And all 50 Republicans have been holding together saying, no, we don't want to even allow a vote to happen under these normal rules. If Democrats want to get this done, the way to do it is by using the so-called reconciliation process, which is essentially a way to pass budget legislation through a simple majority vote. Problem is it's a little messy because the Senate would have to do it, then the House would have to do it. You got to allow for a lot of unrelated amendment votes. It can take a while. The concern is that there isn't enough time at this point. This guy, Mitch McConnell, says, you've had all summer. You knew this was coming. You could have been working on reconciliation by now, and we're not going to help you. Democrats turn around and say, ain't it funny? $28 trillion of debt. About $8 trillion of it added just in the last 4 years by the Trump administration and Republican-backed tax cuts for higher earners. You should be on board, Republicans, with raising the limit to pay for things that you passed over the last 4 years. That's the state of the back and forth, if you will, between the two parties. We'll see where this goes next. We may get some better clarity on how Democrats want to sort this out by the end of today. But notably, last night, when he got back here from Michigan, the president told reporters, after being asked about it, yeah, it might actually be time to reconsider Senate rules and suspending the use of the filibuster on legislation related to the debt limit. If that's what it's going to lead to, might as well do it. That's the furthest he's gone so far in specifically outlining a spot where maybe the filibuster is no longer needed. Problem is that's a slippery slope, because if you do it for debt limit votes, why can't you do it for voting rights votes or climate change votes or other things, as you already have for executive branch nominees and Supreme Court justices? And that would fundamentally reshape the Senate. And as folks like to remind either side when they're in charge, one day the shoe will be on the other foot, and the other majority party will be able to do all the things they want to do too.
Yeah, and if I recall, you know, this is something that Biden has really sort of shied away from when maybe earlier this year there was talk about amending it or changing the rules a little bit. But he's realizing it's getting really tough to get things done. So speaking of areas where it's getting tough to get things done, and this is just among Democrats, we go back to this social safety net package. I thought I read something that suggested, and you can tell me if I'm wrong, that that Manchin was adjusting his bottom line a little bit, coming up from the $5.3 trillion. Did I see that properly?
Senator Manchin is sort of flirting with the idea that the price could be higher?
Sorry.
Yes. Yesterday,
Manchin, yes.
Manchin, the former Treasury Secretary, Manchin, the senator. Yes, both of them guys who've been known to dominate the conversation here in Washington. Yes, when the president suggested to members of the House the other day that somewhere between 1.9 and maybe 2.3 trillion is the new sweet spot, Senator Manchin got asked about this yesterday. He goes, "Yeah, I'm open to anything at this point," which was a signal, if you speak Joe Manchin, that he may be comfortable coming up to that number, because it's somewhere between the 1.5 that he pushed for and the 3.5 that most other Democrats had settled on, even though originally some of them wanted as much as $6 trillion in spending. So if you can get them in the next few days to sort out, okay, let's aim for 1.9, 2.3. How do we do that? Do we fund things for less amount of time instead of 10 years? Do we make this a 5-year plan? Or do we cut something out of this plan entirely to save billions of dollars on that final price tag? We'll see. But that was the biggest moment of breakthrough in recent days, and all it was over a theoretical final price tag.
Listen, I'll take any bright spot I can get. What's $1 trillion
so
between friends? So the president told reporters on Tuesday that he would sign the Build Back Better Act even if it includes language that he opposes to block most federal funding for abortion. Senator Joe Manchin says that he won't support legislation without the Hyde Amendment, but progressive Democrats say that they won't vote if the amendment is included. So what could this mean for the potential passage of this bill?
There you go again. Joe Manchin in the middle of it all, slowing things down or moderating it on behalf of a party that needs to understand that if it doesn't, it risks losing more seats next year. This is an interesting wrinkle as well, because the president used to be supportive of the Hyde Amendment, or a ban on federal funding for abortion procedures. During his presidential campaign, he became the final Democratic presidential candidate to reverse course and say, no, I no longer support that amendment. Manchin is one of those, however, in the Democratic Party says, no, we shouldn't do that because that's going too far, and using this kind of legislation to do it is not the best way to do things. But since most Democrats no longer support the Hyde Amendment, want it out of there, want federal funding to go to abortion care if need be, if a woman so chooses, this is another one of those details that could slow things down, muck it up even more. But you heard the president there say, I don't care, whatever. I just want to pass this thing. I want to move on. And he does. His poll numbers are slipping. While there's still majority support for this massive piece of legislation and all the elements of it, support's dropped a little bit. And they know the longer this goes on, the less support there will be for this, because the rest of the country is going to look at them and think, they're just playing games. Get this over with. So we'll see. Is it going to be about the price? Is it going to be about abortion policy? It's going to be about something like that. And it's why this is still going to take a few more weeks, with party leaders hoping to get it done by the end of the month.
All right. Interesting stuff. Ed, thank you.
Take care.